One of the things that I really loved about Faith Ascent Base Camp is that we really got to connect with God and we got to learn a lot about Him. The speakers, you could tell that they weren't doing this just for their job. This was their passion, this was their life. And they were really concerned for our well-being and our relationship with Christ. It's important and necessary for us to learn this while we're young, so that when we get older and times get tough, we have Jesus to turn to, and we know that we're not just talking to the clouds, but we're talking to the one true and living God.
The question I'm going to present tonight is, can you have a brain and be a Christian? A lot of skeptics view faith as belief in something you cannot prove. But what they're doing is they're defining blind faith, and that's not the kind of faith that I walk in at this point. And so tonight I want to lead you down a chain of evidence that I think points toward Christianity as the most probable worldview. But as you examine all the worldviews, as you examine the evidence, Jesus rises to the top. He is worth placing your trust in. But if you can learn to deal with these answers, you can go out there and you can talk to anybody with boldness and confidence.
The people who you meet throughout your daily lives will most likely be totally cool with you being a Christian, except in this respect, if you hold to traditional Christian teaching about sexual morality. If you are willing to do the work to understand the teachings of Jesus on the question of sexuality, if you are doing the work to present that as charitably, as kindly, as graciously as possible, as sensibly as possible, culturally, we are in a position where you will not be spared from the charge of being a bigot. And so if there is a place right now where you need to do the hard work and gird up your loins and get prepared, good friends, this is the place.
Like apologetics, we think of it as a dry, dusty word. It's got to be boring, right? In reality, apologetics is sort of like the meat of Christianity.
I was always told, this is true, this is true, this is true. It was very little explained why it was true. They gave me a chance to not only know what I believe, but why I believe it.
Just being able to gain more knowledge about what I believe and becoming confident in it. It's just really exciting.